I'm standing here. You make your move. Your move. You talking to me? You talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here. You talking to me? Well, then who the hell else you talking to? You talking to me? I'm the only one here. Are you talking to me? Listen to me, man. One day God's going to have a great rain and it's going to wash away all the pigs and the cunts and the scum. All the I was at the flea market. I was cruising like this. Very brisk in the morning. I was a cool breeze, man. I was just going through that swap meet as fast as I could. Because there was nothing really going on, right? People started to set up. It was early. It was freezing out there, right? Guitkits waving in and out. Waving in and out all the vendors. I seen these two, like, you know, good old boys unloading this pickup truck. I saw two guitars on the tailgate, like right at the bottom. Right, so I do that. They're like, hey, what's wrong with you, friend? Are you a little bit woke? And I was like, no, I'm excited, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to be in your company, my friend. I see these two stringed instruments, right? Let's talk turkey, but not about the Yamaha. About Takamine, right? Takamine. I think as I said, Takamine, 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 some shit like that, man. They were really made famous by, like, first, like, hillbilly singers. I lost my heart in Tennessee. And then old Bruce Springsteen got one right when he was born in USA. He took his little shirt off and he had that little wife beater tee on and a fucking bandana. He was like, little girl, is your dad at home? I come to take this big old bone from you, right? And that's basically, you know what I mean, how Takamine got, you know what I mean? It was a big old, and this is the biggest one they make, man. It was a big old acoustic guitar, and it had an excellent early piezo pickup, man. They're the ones who perfected piezo. Now Takamine, right, they go back a long time, probably early 60s, something like that. But they didn't distinguish themselves until like the mid-70s when they perfected this piezo under, you know, the pickup. This has got some kind of paper stuck in here. There's some problems with the bracing on top. Lots of play wear on this thing. It's got like these little flamenco sort of, you know, sticker pickguards on there. There's a lot of, you know, there's a big crack right here. And there's another crack around here somewhere. And there's like a brace has come off. And it's a little bit of, there's another crack on here. These are like cedar top instruments. Now, you're talking to somebody, now you're talking to me, right? I'm the only one here, right? Are you talking to me? I just recently like redid the old like cedar shingles on my old house. You know what I'm saying? My wife said, put siding on it. Put fucking siding on it for once and all. I was like, no. And my house is old as hell. Some of them shingles haven't been replaced in 50 years. You know? Most of them. You know what I mean? All right. You know what I mean? On the ladder. This was during like the last summertime. And I was like, oh. And the heat was beating down on my neck, man. And I was sweating. And I was like, oh. So by like, you know what I'm saying, a little while I got expert to see what was like a rotten cedar shingle. And this feels just like a rotten cedar shingle, man. Got all kinds of water on it and there's some crack in the it's like a thin sort of very thin nitro on there. And this guitar, this is a model EN-20. Einstein 20, right? It's got a pair of mismatched Grovers on there. Oh no! Destruction, right? Some of them are like brass and some of them are clearly gold. Hey, little girl, and this is an old one, man. This is from 91, I believe. Right? Serial number like way down the boot. It's 91, 92. I'll give you an exact time in a minute. When we sit on the slab, I'll show you better. I'm getting too excited now. Did I tell my whole story? Yeah, right? So, Mutt and Jeff there, you know what I'm saying? They had their guitars. And I was like, friend, how much for this beautiful Takamine? He's like, that's not mine, that's his. And I was like, all right, his. And he came around like this, looking at me kind of side-eyed, because I was doing like this before. Right? And like, we looked at the Takamine, take a mine, Takamine. He's like, $30. I was like, $30? She's a roughing. Sometimes it takes a roughing to get a man to settle down. I was like, okay, man. I'll be roughing it all day long, man. I roughed $30 out of my pocket, and I roughed myself back in my car. And I roughed my heat on, and I roughed my coat up like this. And I roughed myself to McDonald's, and I got myself like a nice, like hot tea, and I just sat there, and I read about, you know what I mean, Takamine on the internet for about 10 minutes, and I ran out of data. And that brings me here, you know what I mean? So we're at the same point in time. It's for me to flip you around. I show it to you personally. I'll give you a personal tour of it. We're gonna fix up the bracing somehow. It's been like got some kind of like, I don't know, it's looking like shellac or something like that on all the real rough spots. It's fucked up. You know what I mean? It's over 30 years old. This is an antique now, right? Something from the 90s is an antique. That means you're old as fuck. So I'll flip you around peacefully. And we'll be talking about each other. Huh? This thing's like an ugly mess. Ugly wreck. Right? Terrible. Ooh. They got a splinter just touching this fucking thing, man. What an embarrassment, man. Jack's still fucking there. This thing is a mess, man. We see all these little pieces of fucking toilet paper shoved in there. My asshole itches me, man. What's that there? A secret message from the skipper. Gilligan, let's not go out today. Looks like a storm, bro. Gilligan can't read, bro. It's littered, man. Look at these mismatched Grover action, man. See that mismatched shit? You can see that like it's a different font even on some of them, man. So it's not just a case of what we saw earlier. See that? Where we had like gold shit peeling off. That's kind of cool though. Really adds to it. But this is a mess, man. We gotta just get in there and then he's painted over with some kind of shit. Some kind of weird shit going on here. I don't know what the fuck that is. So let's get this into the laboratory. Let's get working on it, man. Let's get these strings off. It's a shame they're not strings. Like size fucking like 15s. You know what I'm saying? I'll break my fucking arm playing my guitar. See you in 1, 2, 3. Welcome back to the laboratory. Well, I remember in the sweet of September, I start thinking about the old country with the autumn breeze nipping at my nose, right? So it's been about 3 or 4 months since I acquired this instrument. It takes a while to get into the hot seat. What can I say? You know what I mean? And we had it on the slab. I just got it, and the wood was nice and soft and malleable because it was kept in like a humid environment. Probably a basement without a dehumidifier. You know what I mean? And I could have just put just wood behind it right there and a clamp, and it probably would have been all right. Maybe it wouldn't have been all right in the long run. But now I'm about to take the strings off and look at it. It's like dried real hard because I keep the humidity in the basement like perfect. The perfect environment, nice and cold, very low humidity, and the wood's got real strong. It's got like a permanent curve like Forrest Gump's spine now. It's going to be a lot harder to sort of solve this shit out. You know what I'm saying? It's changed. It's not just like it was when I first got it, man. You changed, Philip. What's with all these guns, man? You changed, baby. You ain't the same. So, I was about to, you know what I mean, take the strings off as I was saying. And even with that, you know what I mean, physical change in mind, man, I noticed something. I've never played this instrument before in my life. Not once in my life. Not once, man. But I noticed something about it. I don't know if it's the Grovers. Shit out, man. So this guitar is ready to go right now. I can play it right now. There's nothing wrong with it physically. You know what I'm saying? It plays well. Yeah, I can just be like, all right, at the end, cut. You know what I'm saying? That's your, you know what I'm saying? Glam shots and everything. But we're going to try to straighten out that spine, falls. We get you good like a regular boy again. And I'm going to teach you how to masturbate personally. So let's get the strings off, man. I'll see if that burnt. Hey, Takamine, I'll taka you. Alright, so we're unstrung. Right? Got them taped off here. The only reason I didn't throw away these strings is I was just so damn impressed that after being thrown around and thrown away and thrown into my lap, still in tune, you know what I mean? So maybe it's a combination of those particular strings and these Grovers. You know what I'm saying? A good thing indeed. So we might just save these strings. We might not, right? Now we got good news and we got bad news and we got sort of like worse news, man. The good news is most of our problems on the structural fucking side of things probably be resolved by sticking a brace here, gluing down. There's a brace here that's loose, right here, and there's like a whole bunch of broken stuff with space here. We just put a piece of wood here, just clamp it with like a pole holding it up, man, and try to get it flat. That doesn't seem like such a huge job to me. But the bad news and the worst news is before we took these strings off, we tested this fucking thing out. It does not work. Put a battery in there, this light doesn't come on, so that indicates that this fucking unit is broken. Now this is the original Takamine one. Takamine electronics are extremely expensive, extremely sought after. They're very, very rare, right? They'd still make, a replacement unit that would probably work with this. Cheapest one I found online, $122 plus tax, man. Yeah, I'm not looking to dump that kind of money in this instrument. I don't even know if you know what I'm saying. How long it's got on this planet, Charles. You know what I mean? I might be able to put some shit in there. Or I might be able to pop this guy out and fix him. Let me show you all the fixings in here, son. I want you to see all the specialty. Yeah, it's old school instrumental. Right? You see all the old school dynamics, right? That's the loose clamp. Grandpa's clamps. Grandpa. Right, so let's just hope there's no problem. You know what I'm saying, with this piezo deal here. These are extremely expensive also because they're split. Let's hope that we can just, get a new unit if we can't fix the other one. And plug it in and it'll work. You know what I mean? Plug and play kind of action. Here are all those little pieces of shit that he had in there and a little fucking holy palm, man. Ancient piece of string fucking package. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to think about how we're going to clamp this out, make a plan, and cut a piece of wood that's going to save the day, that we're going to, slather with glue and just sort of, put in here with the force, clamp on the top with force, get it going it good, right? I'll see you when the wood's been cut and we're about to move on to that parent. Wouldn't you know it, right? Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? This is the piece we're going to use to sort of clamp it flat, right? This, we've been doing dry runs all morning. It made me sick to getting this thing flat. Trying to work all these damn fucking cracks straight. There were so many of them. So many of them. You know what I mean? I let it seep, without the humidifier for 2 nights here. So things got a little bit soft, a little bit overnight, man. It's like late, you know what I'm saying? Summer sort of vibes, bruh. And I disconnected this fucking thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that one piece in, glue it, other piece clamped, this guy, and that's the parent, right? Well, we'll see you next. So there it is, man. Got a couple clamps and weights on there just to keep the guitar front straight. This thing would really be fine if it just got a new top on it. and new electronics. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because it's probably better condition when I first fucking got it, when it was right out of a garbage pick. It's going to be in the end of this fucking waste of time here. So let's let this guy set. You know, it's a very light piece of wood, but strong. It's going to hold everything straight as we have it right now. A couple hours after it's sort of like set, we're going to start putting some glue into these cracks so we can access just a little bit. It's a reinforcement, right? Yeah, man. Dripped down my leg, man. I think your parents saw him, man. I was embarrassed, bro. And man, I got a wet spot, man, coming out of the back seat, man. Old man seen that shit, bro. With a drag, man, with a drag. So about 9.5 hours in, we sort of reconfigured the clamps. We began to get a little bit of glue into these cracks, right? Got a little suction cup there, man. Just pressing that glue into the cracks when we can. Keeping it copacetic. Right, we're going to just keep doing that for the next, I don't know, 24 hours here and there, on and off. And I'll see you at that print, and we'll unclamp. And we'll continue to dump glue into the top. Right? Dump glue into the top. So it's actually been 3 days. 3 days, and I slowly declamped it day by day as I put more glue in the accessible points with the cracks. It seems to be excellently straight right now. Really excellently straight, and I'm kind of happy about that. I'm proud of it almost. I almost want to say proud of it, because, you know what I mean? You guys can't really see it the way I see it. So let me take off the remaining clamps, and then I'll see if that burnt. Yes, that's spectacular. Very, very good. Very nice. So the next thing we want to accomplish, let's go inside the gullet here. Oh, wait, go inside your gullet, what I'm saying, son. See this gauze? 4 corners here. This rib right here. See that little break in the gauze? This thing is cracked. It's cracked and disconnected. So we're going to want to try to get some glue into that. Right? Clamp that guy. And after he's been clamped, I'll come back at you to show you how it looks. Yes. So we got the little rib clamped down. A mountain of glue in there. I can really go in there because I'm too old to sort of bend down and bend under. Not as young as I once was, but it's clamped this way so no glue drips onto the brand label, which is not desirable, right? Glue all over the fucking front. We only want glue in places where nobody can see that shit. Unless you have a fucking mirror. Alright, so let's let this set about a date. Alright? I'll see you tomorrow. And we'll keep on working on it with you. Right? 1, 2. Alright, so it's been 24 hours. Maybe 25 hours. Let's flip it over and unclamp it. And I'll see if that's burnt. Alright, so now that brace is very firmly glued. It's very stable. The guitar is much more stable. Before it was you touch it was all creaky. Now it seems like it's one piece. It seems like we're very, very close to being structurally stable. Well, let's give it another couple, glue pumpings before we move on to our next point of view. One thing I want to point out, though, that happened. See these? You see these? You see these? These are the original ones that are on there, right? And these were replaced. Why? Well, I know why now. Because when I flipped it over, right now, look at this, man. Found this fucking thing on the floor. Just now, man. Broke off. There's no way really. I think I would have to, like, glue that on there with some kind of epoxy or something. Sucks, man. This is one of those things that's like the lock. Lock the string in there. Which is kind of like, you know what I mean? Stupid. So let's put it here. So it gets lost. Because if that thing gets lost, this tuner is fucked. There's no way to even salvage it if that thing gets lost, man. We possibly can salvage it. Possibly, if we don't lose it. We'll worry about that later. Let's pump some glue in here. Do that like 3 or 4 times. And I'll see you in about, I don't know, 10 hours, 15 hours. Right? About like 5 sessions of glue. with 3 hours in between each one. All right, so we're all glued out, man. Look, it's like flat. It's flat again, man. Nice, man. It's somewhat stable. So now let's talk about this guy again. He's broken. Something happened. We put a battery in him. I still have the battery door. What we have to do, we have to remove him just to sort of see if we can repair him. I'm starting to think right now, if I can't get this guy working, I'm not going to replace him. A, it's too expensive. B, I don't want to put crap in here because this is a $700-800 guitar if it was in good condition. Bad condition as is, it's probably still like $200-300 if we can get it working. Even without this, man. You know what I'm saying? Sought after, and it's got a lot of mojo, man. A lot of mojo. So, let's try to get this guy out and clean him up. Now, modern ones, they have this clip in here. Can you see the clip? Just press that little clip in there inside the battery door, which I still have the battery drawer. The modern ones have like a little hole here that you just push in. But this one, alas, has no hole. So we're going to have to reach in here and try to mess around with that. I was trying to mess around with it before. I had no luck. Well, let's just see if we get more luck now. Otherwise, we'll just, move on to the next chapter. We'll see where we're at. We got it out. Didn't break any of the tabs, which is really good. Because you don't want to have to replace this fucking thing. Thing's real dirty. Not working, as I said. If it was working, it'd be working, right? Just press this light and that little battery light comes on and nothing happens. We've got a brand new 9-volt. Got the original, shelf. What are we going to do? We're going to take some electronic cleaner. And with the straw, we're just going to clean the fuck out of this thing. Just spray the shit out of it. Wait for it to dry. Put the battery in there and see if the light will come on. If not, it's exercise in futility. And that's something we like, right? Alright, so we got it all taken apart, right? And we're getting some signs of life. I sprayed the shit out of it. And I put the battery in. Yeah, something going on. I think that there's something underneath this thing that needs to be sprayed down. I took one of the screws out. I'm going to take the rest of them out and I'll spray it down. And maybe pull that little prong up a little bit too. Let's see if we can get this working completely. So, I took it apart. I can't really find the problem. We got the light going on. The light started going on and off. And, it might be a cap, but which cap? They all seem to be okay. I can recap the whole thing, but searching all these little pieces, not really worth it. So let's just reassemble it and see if we can put a battery in there and somehow get it to work. All right, it's totally clean. Looks like all the electronics are in good order. It might just be shot, man. You know what I'm saying? But we got it cleaned out. So let's put it back together. We'll see what happens. And there it is, just like that, man. A little bit of elbow grease. We got it plugged in, right? Look at that Marshall back there, man. Check it out, man. Little bit of elbow grease, folks. Let's put this guy back together and pray for peace and mind. Peace be with you. Look after yourself. All right, so we got it screwed back together, and we had one of these was missing. So actually took I had a Telecaster style knob. Since this is kind of like the volume knob, it's kind of cool to have something big there, man. You know what I'm saying? This is like a mojo guitar, so that's cool, man. It's better than nothing. So this thing is fucking disgusting dirty, man. This guy literally fucking fingered his asshole, as he played this guitar, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a dirty one today, boys, right? Let's clean it. I got some fucking kielbasa grease. Furniture Polish, man. Directly from Warsaw this morning, man. This is 16.7% pure kielbasa grease. This isn't like the fucking shit you can get in America, man. You only get it from Poland. So, let's get that Polish... Right? All the Polish all over there. Let's take these fucking stickers off, man. Hey, man, remember Starshine? Remember that time in the cave, bro? You know what I'm thinking? Starting thinking maybe we get rid of these fucking douchebag strings, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a pain in the ass with this fucking handicap fucking parking space. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm gonna have to fucking clip these guys off. Right? Goodbye, my friends. He sounded good, but fuck it. I'll never use you again. Alright, so this thing was just grotesquely grimy, people. Just horribly grimy, disgusting. We took everything off, all the stickers except for these, obviously, because there was so much wear around these that it'd be like a plateau, you know what I'm saying? Even if we got all the adhesive and everything off perfectly, it was still like, you know what I'm saying? You know they were there, so you might as well just leave them there. Now, this thing, really, very hard to sort of get it shiny and sheeny, even with like fucking phony pledge, because it's just, it's so like just straight up abused, man. Filthy. And one thing that we have to tend to right now in the cosmetic trip, former person put all kinds of paint haphazardly all over it, man. Really to keep stabilize this, which I guess is not that bad of a thing, but it's so haphazard. It's all over the rosewood here. It's everywhere, man. You have to really, I mean, to film it, you have to like sort of like, you know, screw around the guitar, but it's all over the place. Now, there's a little section over here somewhere in the Netherlands where I sort of just put a little bit of a real strong fingernail polish remover acetone on it, rubbed it off, you know, because this is like 90s poly, which, you know, was pretty strong stuff, so it wasn't really affected too bad, and it came off with a little bit of elbow grease. So let's try to get all that shit off, really, you know what I'm saying, especially in the places like where it really stands out. I mean, it looks horrible, and it really does. And it's embarrassing, you know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing. It looks like, you know what I mean, he drunkenly went in his garage at 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm gonna touch up old Jenny. Come on, Jenny, let's get y'all purred, you know what I'm saying? He wakes up the next morning, you know, his wife's hair's all cut off. Let's get that removed and I'll see if that burnt. Alright, that was some serious elbow grease, man, but as you can see, most of it is gone. We got like a nice sort of, you know what I'm saying, reflective top now without any kind of weird, you know what I'm saying, residue like before. So let's polish it up, man. More polishing, man. This was imported from Warsaw several years ago before the European Union ban on kielbasa grease export. You know what I'm saying? So this was like illegal almost. We're gonna put this, smear this Polish compound all over our guitar, man. We're gonna make it all shiny for people, man. We're doing it with all the heart of a 7-Eleven. Come again, my friend. So we upped the game. You know what I'm saying? We're all polished up, man, and we're completely stupefied. It's great. So, we're feeling good, man. See how they covered this loss of paint, and then we uncovered the loss of paint. It's crazy how the truth always fucking prevails. Let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about these little dents and bents, man. Now, we know for a fact that all notes ring strong and true because the strings were on it and we played it and it sounded like fucking ringing a bell, right? So now we got to take off a little bit of meat. And I remember my friend and mentor, Dr. Bertillo, always said, usually most of these dents will come out. You know what I mean? You know, they're no deeper than like a card stock depth worth of deepness. So we're just going to rub the block until they disappear, really, you know what I mean, up and down the frets. And once they disappear, we're going to crown them with the fret file. Then we're going to see if that burnt, because there's going to be all kind of little metal dust all over the place, right? Metal dust, right? So I'll see you after that's been accomplished, my accomplished friends. All right, look at all that stuff, man. I just got done with the fret file. Look at it, it's all over my skin. You really got to work that shit, man. You got to work it real hard, man. Extreme, you know what I mean, energy's got to be put into getting those frets perfect, but they are perfect. This is metal dust everywhere, man. We started off with these guys. This is, of course, I've been using this for years. This is a Dollar Tree level, from what was really a Dollar Tree. 200 grit sandpaper, you know what I'm saying? Craft bound to it. And then I got this guy off of AliExpress. He's kind of good for, you know what I'm saying, like intricate stuff, man, where it gets to the point where it's just a little tiny nip. You can go over the whole fret with that guy. And then we shaped it with this. Got it all into my skin, man. We get locksmith disease. So let's wipe this stuff off to the garbage can with a little rag, disposable rag. And then we're going to take a piece of steel wool. We're going to wet it down with some mineral oil. We're just going to, smooth these guys out and smooth out the rosewood and get the rosewood all greased up. You know what I mean? And that'll be perfect. I'll see you at that point when we're all greased out, man. Look at that grease, man. Look at that grease, man. We have to work even harder at this. This is like some fucking Mr. Miyagi ass fucking child fucking molestation case, man. What the fuck's going on there? It was like fucking slave labor. Hard as hell to do that, man. But we did it. We got it greased up. Mineral oil. And those frets are like fucking gleaming. They're like perfect, man. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we let this grease set in for a little while. Well, not too long because it's full of dirt. It's a really dirty fretboard. We're going to wipe it off. I'll see you in about 20 minutes. 20 minutes. We'll wipe it off. 20 minutes later, man. It's about 25 minutes later. I'm going to lie to you. I forgot to show you this too, man. I greased him up too, Sally. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to wipe it down. Wipe it down, Warren. I want you to get it all wonderful for William when he comes. Right? What? Well, I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, now looking good, man. You can see all kinds of marks on it. Those are not from me, folks. Not from me. This guy's had a couple fret jobs. He's gone through the middle of a lot, man. We'll see all your past coming out. Aren't you? Now, we don't use these for many guitars, only special ones, especially electric acoustics that are of some interest. You know what I mean? That aren't just a piece of shit. Because I'm, the king of the garbage gear. But we're going to take these. This Dr. Patillo gave these to me so that whenever you find an instrument, especially an instrument which is going to be played live, you know what I'm saying? An electric acoustic instrument especially. You're going to want to use these kind of things to get a special gleaming, just shiny sheen to the sheeniness. You know what I'm saying? You're going to want to bring it to the maximum. He gave these to me, actually. I only have 112 left. I cut them in half, you know what I'm saying? So I still got a lot. That's what the half piece looks like now, man, of the lens paper. Look at this. Carefully. See, it looks like, you can see in here, looks like these frets have been replaced at one point. See how there's all, see that? And haphazardly, I must say. Yeah, it's alright though. It sounded great from what I recall. Let's let this dry off a little bit. Then we'll start the waxing process, Warren. You know what I'm saying? We're going to wax her up. Let's just let that dry a little bit because we don't want to really mess with it. We'll let it cool out there, Charles. See one? Alright, so we let it sort of cool out for about an hour. Because we want the, you know what I mean? Wax to sit on top of dry oil, not like a drying oil. Little tip for y'all. So what we're going to do is we're going to coat the body, front, back, sides, back of the neck, right? With this guy right here, Mother's Cleaner Wax. It's readily available, I believe even at Walmart, but at every auto store, without a doubt, man. In every hamlet of this country, there's now some kind of, you know what I mean, auto store, and you know what I'm talking about. This is also pretty much a Home Depot find. Amazon, if not Home Depot. We usually would use butcher's wax. It hasn't existed for 20 years, man. Believe that? 25 years, maybe. Bin wax on the rosewood on this, because it's like a matte kind of finish. The back of the headstock, oddly, is also matte. But the back of the neck is glossy. Right, man? I know you fucking style. We're also going to put it there, too, man. All the stuff that's not Holly Poly, man. High Poly. High gloss sheen Poly. Just the base wax. I see when we're all sheeny or almost sheeny, right? Right? You talking to me? Huh? You talking to me? I'm the only one here. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? You talking to me? Look at it, people. Look at that sheen and just serpentine, man. Look at that, man. Isn't that just a wonderful, wonderful notion of the ocean, man? Isn't it just splendid, man? Now, talking about things in Paris. See this hole here? See this hole here? I believe that these are both holes that were drilled for strap buttons by the consumer. I don't think that this particular model had any kind of strap button other than the end pin, the, you know what I mean, output jack end pin. So, what I'm trying to say to you all is I'm just going to leave it be. So there's really three options, you know what I'm saying? You can leave it be, you can mask it out as if it was never there, or you can put strap buttons in there. Just leave it be, man. If I want to play it on stage, I can just stick one in there. Or anybody else wants to play it on stage. This could be a great instrument, you never know. So what are we going to do now? Let's reach in here. Reach into the hole, man. Pull it out, man. You pull it out and show it to everyone. It's right here, man. It hasn't really gone anywhere. Come on out and show yourself, friends. Look at these guys, Butt and Jeff. Let's put this guy back in now. Snap him in. Battery compartment this way. I seem to recall. Plug him in, man. Plug him in. Plug him in. Plug him in, Sarge. We're almost there, people. We're almost there. You talking to me? I'm the only one here. You talking to me? Reunited and it feels so good. So, that's great. Let's talk turkey about this fucking Tomcat. We still have both the original guys here. A little chipped up. They look to be functional. Now, this guy had all kinds of little pieces of fucking shit. Namely, this pieces of shit. I save everything, man. Like, in there, man. Also, he had some other pieces of cardboard, which one is still in there, and one is, you know, was a double piece. Here's one part of it, and here's the other part of it that was down here. I'm actually going to cut another piece for over here. And I'm just going to cut another piece for over here, too. Maybe I'll cut two pieces for over here, man, and get rid of this fucking thing. It's kind of useless at this point, right? And we'll just stick this guy back in there where it belongs. Well, this is up where we belong. Very nice, very nice. I think he had that shit in there because this is a little bit sharp here. He might have been remade after some type of, you know what I'm saying, guitar injury. They might have had it remade or cut a couple apart, and it's just like real sharp here. And it looks where he's playing the guitar, you know, it might be, you know, bothering him somewhat. Anyway, remember this fucking thing? Oh yeah, I remember him. He sucked. You got this fucking douchebag shit, man. It's supposedly extremely, 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 extremely strong. Right, and it's supposedly fucking 4 or 6 hours, man. I should be like Hugh Hefner on a Friday night. So we're gonna put it, you know what I mean, on the part where it doesn't touch where the, you know, whole thing goes through, and stick it on there, man. Hope for the best. Right? Let's hope this shit works, man. It's been sitting around for a couple of months, man. A couple most. See you in a moment. Easy to use, easy to abuse, bro. That's what I always say. Yeah, man. Oh. So it goes through perfectly. See that? We'll see you on the 6-hour mark. Let's give it 7 for good luck. Right? Alright, so we waited 7 hours. And it was still really, 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 really like, soft. We waited 15 hours and it was still tacky. Now it's the next day and it still isn't really hard. It's still sort of, you know what I'm saying? You could go right through it, really. You know what I'm saying? It's garbage. Garbage, man. So we're going to pull this guy off and we're going to put a little dot of this stuff called super glue. Sometimes there's a brand called Crazy Glue with a K. It's the same old shite, right? That sometimes will harden it up, you know what I'm saying? Real quick. Just like my man Hugh Hefner. Friday night with all the little silicone boobies in his mouth. Right? Let's get that guy all hardened. Pardon my harden. Harden. So about a half hour's gone by, 45 minutes, something like that. It's pretty sturdy now, man. It's hardened out, man. It's as hard as Henry with a Heineken and a Hoover. This stuff no good, man. It was no good when I got it 3 or 4 months ago. It's no good now, man. I just keep forgetting that it was no good, you know what I mean? I keep trying and trying again. I'm a believer. What can I say? So we're good here. Happy about that. Happy moment in the garden. These are about, I don't know, approximate infinite universe. They're a little bit lighter than light gauge, even though they're sold as light gauge. This is the shit he had taped onto the back. So, I mean, that's like a light gauge instrument, 54. 54, man. So, these are like a little extra light. Put them on. And I'll see you at the glam shots. Big boy, man. Motherfucker. Break the toilet seat, you know what I'm saying? Huge guitar, man. And it looks like it was like from the time of fucking, you know, Captain Caveman. But it's actually from 1992. You know what I'm saying? Check that serial number out. You want to get serial about it. See that? 92. I'll tell you something, though. This is a fantastic sounding instrument. Especially unplugged. Unplugged, it sounds like a familiar old friend. You know what I'm saying? Like the guitar I've been playing my whole life. But it's big. It's big. It's a big boy. Fact. I'm going to cut away real quick. Show you against the biggest instrument I have. This is definitely the biggest acoustic guitar, 6-string, that I own. Jumbo size fucking body. But I want to show you how big it really is. Ready? So here I have this Carlo Robelli acoustic bass, man. A big behemoth of an instrument. Probably the biggest acoustic instrument I have, right? A monster, right? So I want to give you a back-to-back comparison of these two fucking giants. Just to show you how big this Takamine is, man. Right? It's fucking a real big boy. Oh! Don't break me, man. Back-to-back, man. See that? Same shape, even. Might even be a little thicker. A real big boy, this Takamine, man. Real big boy. Real deep, real thick. Takamine. Let's get back to our glamorous life. So here we are. We're back in town, man. So that pretty much says it all. You know what I mean? Size does matter. Especially with like having a big fucking cavity. Belting it out. But does it sound any good, man? I don't know. That's for you to find out, right? That's for me to know. You to find out. One thing I will show you and tell you. It looks like only the first like 5 or 6 frets were replaced. Because you look at it. It gets like right around here. And it looks like it's like regular old, you know what I mean, the original frets. These have definitely been disturbed. I don't know if they just fell out and they had to be glued back in. And they were replaced, I'm assuming, because there's so much wear on this fucking thing. The other thing that I wanted to point out is it's cool because it's got like all the paint pretty much that has, you know what I mean, was removed. So like it cosmetically looks so much better, although it has left marks in certain places where it sort of burned the, you know what I mean, the poly up a little bit because it was so hot. It made like little marks in the poly, but I didn't take it, you know what I mean, out of this area or this area here at all. I just cleaned up the edges. So this is nice and protected. So it's like a plus. You know what I'm saying? Disguised as a negative. So let's hear it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a little taste acoustic and I'll give you a taste electrical. Because I know you like that. And after that's done, I'll say, hey, peace be with you. Look after yourself. Peace be with you. Look after yourself. That's the Takamine. Takamine? EN-20. Sounds like a prescription code for ear, nose, and throat fucking ailment, man. Give him some EN-20, please. An amazing instrument. Might be out of tune. Well, not really. We'll just give you a little bit of taste of it unplugged, man. Check that tune in. The E is kind of dances around being in tune, man. I heard him dancing while I'm playing. It's my turn to shine there, Grover. These tuners are alright, but I mean, the guitar is fantastic, though. Strings are so light that they're kind of buzzing around. It's something to do with the strings, man. So I know what you all want to know now. What's this sound like plugged in? Well, we're going to answer that right now, man. We got it through the Marshall valve state, 100-watt head, and we got 2 412 Sun 1967 cabinets. And all the things work here too, man. Turn it down, turn it up, man. Turn up the bass. Turn down the bass. Turn up the treble. Turn down the treble, man. It's beautiful, man. One thing about options is you always change your mind of what option you want to take, man. So there was a song that came out when I was a mere toddler, and I remembered playing on like 66 WNBC. It was a band called Celebration, and it was Mike Love and Brian Wilson. I believe Al Jardine started off the project, but they moved him out because he was too whiny. I believe it. I think he wrote the first like line of this song because it's very Al Jardine lyrics. But it wasn't the Beach Boys. They had King Harvest as a backing group along with Mike Kowalski and I believe Ed Carter. So you know, Beach Boys people know who I'm talking about. Other people are like, gives a fuck about Ed Carter. Ed Carter is a famous Beach Boys band bass player, man. He played more Beach Boys bass gigs than Brian Wilson. You never imagine. So anyway, I digress, right? And I always kind of thought, since September is like going back to school, that this song went with like June getting out of school. But now that I'm older and I listen to the lyrics, I think it's actually about September going back to school, man. I don't think it's about getting out of school, man. It goes like this, man. Susie wants to be a lady director. Eddie wants to drive a hearse. Johnny wants to be a doctor, a lawyer. Linda wants to be a nurse. And it's back to class and crack the books. No giving those teachers dirty looks. Learn a bitch, little by little. It's almost summer. I'm telling you, man, the E is always a little bit off. Anyway, peace be with you. I wish you a happy fall, a happy September, happy back to school to everybody. I hope you have good stories to tell everybody about your summertime. If you don't, I'm sorry about that, man. I've been telling you this whole time to go out and do something, haven't I? So brought back from the dead, man, this relic, beautiful beast, Takamine EN-20, man, is here to stay forever and a day.